this is just a quick review of the different types of order writing privileges. Hello everyone, my name is Kim. I am a registered dietitian nutritionist, a certified diabetes educator, certified nutrition support dietitian, and owner of KimRoseDietitian.com. That was a lot to say. So in today's video, we're going to be speaking about order writing privileges, and this is not anything new, but I realized I haven't done a video about it, so might as well do one now. So CMS, the Center of Medicaid and Medicare Services, has enacted a final rule that allows dietitians as well as qualified nutrition professionals to write therapeutic diet orders in hospitals as well as long-term care facilities. Of course, these rules depend on the state where you live as well as bylaws and the medical staff, how comfortable they may be or not be with you. But this is a final ruling from CMS, which is exciting for dietitians. I mean, this is one of the many things that we have been fighting to get for years now. So let me first start off by explaining what a therapeutic diet order is. So let's look at this definition. A therapeutic diet order is a meal plan that controls one's intake. It's usually a modification of a regular diet, so it can include tube feedings as well as oral nutrition supplements, enteral nutrition, and my favorite, parenteral nutrition. So historically speaking, therapeutic diets were ordered by the licensed practitioner, which could have been a physician, a nurse practitioner, or a physician's assistant. So under this new enactment, dietitians and qualified nutrition professionals are allowed to initiate and modify the diet orders. They can modify the diet texture. They can initiate or change enteral feeding. They can initiate or change a parenteral nutrition, and they can also insert nasogastric or nasoenteric tubes as well as order pertinent labs. So allowing the dietitian or qualified nutrition professional to order therapeutic diets is important because two things. Number one, it frees up the nurse practitioner, the PA, or the physician to do other things for the patient, because of course dietitians are the nutrition experts in this field. And additionally, it can improve patient outcomes as well as decreasing the overall cost of care. It improves patient outcomes because I think there was one article that I was reading, don't quote me on this, about 40% of individuals that are admitted to the hospital already have some form of malnutrition, and the dietitian, which is the food and nutrition expert, is able to intervene on them appropriately. So earlier I mentioned under the new CMS guidelines that dietitians are also allowed to order lab values. Let me give you an example of this. Let's say you start a patient on parenteral nutrition and you order daily lipid infusions. So two labs that automatically come to my mind that the dietetic practitioner or the qualified nutrition support practitioner would want to keep in mind to monitor is, of course, blood glucose levels and also triglycerides, because they are impacted by the lipid infusion. So seeing that dietitians are allowed to order this lab and make interventions when the lab results do come back, there is something important that the dietetic professional needs to know. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you order the lab and there's a critical lab value that comes back 2 a.m. in the morning. Guess who's getting that call at 2 a.m. in the morning? It's going to be you, the dietitian, not the physician, not the PA, not the nurse practitioner, because you're the one that ordered that lab. And when you receive that call 2 a.m. in the morning, it's important for you to do something about it if you do have independent order writing privileges, which we're going to get to in a little bit. So there are 3 types of order writing privileges. You have independent, which I just mentioned. You have dependent, and you also have delegated. So independent is pretty self-explanatory. Your credentialing body, your state has allowed you all the rights to go ahead and modify therapeutic diet orders. So you are basically functioning as an independent body from the physician. But the medical staff does still need to provide a little oversight, such as credentialing and competency. So the other 2, dependent and also delegated order writing privileges, are a bit different. So we are going to take a look at them now. With the dependent and delegated order writing privileges, the nutrition professional is allowed to write specific food and nutrition orders when a licensed independent practitioner, such as the physician or PA or nurse practitioner, gives you the authority to do so. The second thing is the RD implements protocol orders when delegated to do so by the licensed independent practitioner. Case in point, in my facility where I work, I choose to have dependent as well as delegated order writing privileges. So if there's a physician that's communicating with me and he says, hey Kim, I want to start this protocol for parenteral nutrition, could you go ahead and start it for me? So that is delegated. So that's an example of that. The third thing for delegated and dependent order writing privileges is the dietetic practitioner is able to write the order, but the physician co-signs the order within a specific time frame as delegated by the facility where you work. And also in the policies and procedures manual, it specifies which orders can be written by the dietitian. So this is just a quick review of the different types of order writing privileges. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an expert on the different types by any means. I just know for me, for sure, I do dependent as well as delegated at this point in my career because that is what I'm comfortable with in my acute care facility. So if you guys do have any questions on this topic, let me know in the comment section below. And also if you're a dietitian that is watching this, let me know your experience with order writing privileges. As usual, remember to comment, subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.